Let me turn this on while I'm at it. I am so sorry for being late. Okay. I'm just going to give people some time to come in. I'm so sorry for being late. I don't know if I should just keep this at at a half hour or an hour since I lost some time. Because I know people are expecting to be on here for at least an hour. This is too bright for me. But yeah, I want to give people time to join in. And then when I see somebody, I'll get started. Yeah. This is so crazy. I was not as prepared as I should have been for this meeting. I was doing good up until D-Day. So I'm currently trying to, I guess, catch up, if you will. Just posting, like editing the thumbnail late, posting the link late, like that's a break. And so it's interesting that in the last SNT series, we talked about, um, being consistent, working on the things that are hindering us in our leadership. This is one of those things in real time. So I apologize for the first time. This is the fifth SNT meeting that I have hosted on live, and this is the first time I'm late. So I apologize. It's the first time I had to reschedule. Yeah, but today is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Today is Mother's Day. So I decided at the last second to go out today. I went out Friday. What did I do yesterday? I feel like I did something yesterday. And yeah, I was supposed to reserve today strictly for myself so that I can be, thank you for the like, thank you guys for joining in, so I can be prepared to come on time. And my family, we just all a bunch of shimmy shimmy. What's up, Jack Daniels? 1593. Hey. But yeah, like my family, we all just a bunch of late. It's no excuse. I already told you guys that's just something, within my leadership um that I need to work on. You know what I mean? And this is just that in real time. Um, let's see what Happy Mother's Day, sexy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So I am so happy to be back on Mother's Day. Hey. Hey, Ahmed, Magdi, BAN for R for. I'm from heaven, period. Thank you for the other like. Um, Thank you guys for joining this meeting. What other message we got held? You are so sexy. Thank you. This ain't that type of live, but thank you. I know it exudes. I get it. Thank you though. I appreciate it. And happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. Today's our day, but I feel like every day is our day, so that's why it's another day for me in the book. You know what I mean? I would be hosting a meeting on Mother's Day. That's Mother's Day empowerment right there. Something I would really do. Um, Not, I didn't have the purpose to like host on Mother's Day. It just turned out to be that way because of the break that I wanted to take. It just ended up falling on Mother's Day when I needed to resume. I didn't want to have too much time away, so I felt like 2 weeks were enough, and 2 weeks was enough. It was perfect. So, yeah, I want to kick this meeting off we're letting you guys know we have a new theme for the SNT meetings for this series. This series will be another consecutive 3 weeks. So every Sunday, now I have to change the time because I want to be consistent. So we're not doing 6 o'clock. We are now changing the time to 6:30 since that's the time we started today. So I will change that time for this series, and hopefully the next series I can go back to 6 o'clock. But because we started this series late, another fake hair, eyelashes, and nails, black women thinking she's real, but ain't. This is my hair, honey. This is my hair. Try again. This is all mine from the scalp. From the scalp. You see? Try again, baby. Yeah. But I be on here, no lashes. I be on here always with my real hair. I be on here in my real nails. So I show you guys all sides of me. I'm not somebody that you just see one dimensional, always on a facade. So I show all sides of my beauty. So that doesn't offend me because I'm beautiful irregardless. So if you're just getting here, you're just now finding out. But it's nothing new over here. We know what I look like in all shades. So yeah. But anywho, back to the task at hand. I'm glad you felt proud to say that RDX 8578. I feel like you're somebody that posted a video about you not having no lashes and no eyebrows and stuff like that. Yeah, I see you, girl. But yeah, thank you for noticing. Thank you. JT3940 says, yes, you are beautiful. Thank you. Hello, Ahmed. Hello again. Hello, hello. So yeah, so this time we are going to change our time to 6:30 just because we started at 6:30 today. Our theme for this series is leading with confidence. Period. So that when mother effers come up on the chat and they go talking real slick, you gotta be confident. You know what I mean? Okay. Because this will never be that. You feel me? Thank you for the other like. And I have a new SMART goal focus for this series. Don't get it twisted. The SMART goals that were in effect in the last series definitely is still in effect, which were, scholarships, applying for more funding. That is still a thing. Um, but I'm on to the new because this is really important for me. So I am excited to share with you guys what my new SMART goal is. Breaking all of that down, once again, because this is S&T induction related. And to be able to receive full credit for your S&T induction, you have to participate. You have to drop your name. If your name is not showing in your, I guess, your display name or your channel name or whatever, um, just drop your first name and the letter of your last name, first letter of your last name, and answer the questions that I asked throughout this video. You got to watch it from start to finish to receive full credit for this meeting because it is a meeting. I know it may be a little casual, but this is a meeting. I'm hosting it the way I've been hosting it, comfortable and leading with confidence. You know what I mean? So there's that. And I have a special announcement that I want to share with you guys. I decided to do 3 giveaways for this series. Now, don't expect to give away every series, but for this series, I wanted to do 3 giveaways, and I'll break that down for you guys in a minute. So stay tuned for that. It's just to showcase my appreciation, the overwhelming responses that I have gotten in the last series. Oh my gosh, it was so dope. I mean, I feel enamored literally because the type of leaders that were up there sharing and just being raw and comfortable, allowing me to host, something like I'm like little old me, and I'm just having these big leaders up in the chat, up in the participation. I love that so much. I love that so much. So thank you all so much for your participation. Um, the comments, like the views, the subscribers. Like, thank you guys so much. Takes my appreciation. I do want to give back. and we'll go over that in a minute. It's something that's going to be beneficial for the SNT members. So hang tight for that. Okay, so hey, 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 hey. Hey, Anna Ahmed in Egypt. Wow, that is beautiful. We got Egypt in the chat. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so let's get started. Once again, I want to wish all the mothers a very special and happy Mother's Day. I am a mother of four. If this is not your first meeting, or if you're not new to this channel, I'm a mother of four. Um, I have my oldest is 20, my youngest is 7, turning 8 this year. And I love being a mother. And part of I guess one of the things that I love about being a mother is my leadership as a mother. Leading, being the matriarch of 4 children, you know what I mean, ranging from different age gaps, you know what I mean. It's not easy, but they are the reason why I developed, some of the leadership skill qualities that I have today. So I owe a lot of that to them. But prior to, some things you just born with, you know what I mean? Some things come naturally. Maybe that's why God found me fit, to lead for, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, I'm so grateful. This right here that I'm doing right now is because of them. I dedicate my life to God, and I appreciate the 4 gifts He's blessed me with. And I just want to show up and show out for them. Mama had a little struggling start because it was just me really holding it down. But, you do good and you do right by God and you honor your children, God will take care of them. He's going to take care of you for taking care of them. So, I just thank God for allowing me to, for trusting me and trusting me with the role of being a mother, because that's definitely not an easy role. There's a lot of people that are given the opportunity that mess it up. And, a special, while we're on the topic, a lot of people that are given the opportunity, who are unfortunate to not have their babies here today, happy Mother's Day to you too as well. And to you that got rid of your babies on purpose. All 50 and 11 of them. Happy Mother's Day. Okay. So yeah, I felt like it was just on brand for me to host a meeting today, even though it was unintentional, but intentional because I wanted that break. But when I seen that it was on Mother's Day, I was like, oh man, I should wait another week. I should wait another week. But I decided not to. I decided to, you know what? Just keep doing what you always do. You got business to take care of. I handle business every single day of 365 days a year. Okay. So this ain't no different. This is just my role as a mother. This is what my children witness. They see me prepare. They see me host these meetings. They see me, set it up. They see me go over my notes. Like, they see this in real time. They see their mother being the boss that she is. So this today, me here on Mother's Day, hosting a meeting is not far fetched. This is on brand for me. Okay. So, yeah, I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that and get this thing on the road. Okay. And if you hear them in the background, don't mind them. We just came out. We went out today. Thank you for the like. And thank you for the happy Mother's Day, period. Fine wine. Thank you, Darnell. Thank you, Darnell Green. I appreciate you. Thank you, 2026, period. Ew, this person is definitely high user from channel. You are disgusting, Eduardo. Oh my God, that was so. Come on, that was so disgusting. The blood of Jesus over that. Yeah. Okay. So this is a participation. Okay. I want you guys to drop one word in the chat that describes your energy today. My energy today, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. And we're gonna talk about it in a minute. I'm annoyed. That's my energy today. I'm not annoyed with here. I'm happy to be here. I'm annoyed with getting here. Okay. I was out eating, last minute decision because I told myself this day needs to be clear. I'm not going to do anything today just so I can make sure that I'm well prepared to show up on time. So I'm not happy at the fact that I went against what I planned to do. This is me overextending myself, as a mother and as someone that shows up for my family. You know what I mean? I also went out with my mother. I wanted to get my food to go. I explained that I wanted my food to go because we were on a time crunch. I think my mother and my sister, they waited for some time too to be seated, and I came probably about 40 minutes later and they were just seated. So yeah, it was very crowded where we were at. So yeah, I'm Chrissy, by the way. Thank you. I'm sorry about that. I'm Chrissy. Welcome. Chrissy's unpopular opinion. So everything here is Chrissy's unpopular opinion style. So yeah, take that as you will. But yeah, so it was crowded. But I didn't have to wait because my mother and my sister was there prior. Me and the kids came, and I let the waiter know from the get go, like, we on a time crunch. I'm gonna have to get mines to go. But how long do you think the kids' food is gonna take? He said, oh, it should take about like 5-10 minutes. It should be out. He never came back, and by the time he came back, he never put my order in. I'm like, what the freak? And then when he came back again, he came back with the kids' food not to go. So it just kind of it delayed the time because I'm like, okay, I can go out. And if I leave at 5, get back by 5:30, I'm good. That's just all I wanted to do. But homeboy was just like, sorry for the inconvenience. Sorry for the inconvenience. But I couldn't be too mad at him because it's like I told myself not to do nothing today. But my kids looking at me like, Mom, you're not gonna do nothing. Everybody else doing stuff. I'm like chilling. Like I had no intentions of doing anything today. Like I celebrated already. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I'm good. I had lobster, some creamy sauce, some what you call it? What else? Some shrimp, some stuff. It was stuffed crab stuff. It was lobster with stuffed crabs with I want to say shallots so bad. What is that? Scallions. Am I saying that correctly? Scallions. Yeah, I had some cream spinach. Like I went out. I already did this. I had a couple of nice drinks, like some espresso martini. I did this Friday, but okay, they want to do something today. I'll do that. So I'm annoyed. That's my energy. In the name of Jesus, Lord, please change my energy because I'm still pissed off about that. But anywho, because I can't blame nobody really but myself. But dude, like, come on. Like, I was very clear. Like, I stressed it to him. Like, I have a meeting. I have to be at 6, so I need to be out of here by 5. Like, and it just was like, whatever. But it was busy. I'll give him that. And then he had my order wrong. So I was just like, you can just cancel my order. You didn't put it in? Yeah, just cancel my order. And I don't think he put the kids' order in either. I think he kind of did that on a limb, So, yeah, my energy today, I'm happy to be here. I am annoyed that I am late. I am annoyed that I had to start at 6:30 today due to me not sticking to my plan. I know my work. I know how to manage my time when I manage my time. If I don't stick to it, it's literally it'll go left. So that's like a keynote to take. Thank you so much, Don. Looking good. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to go over the series overview and the giveaway that I had prepared for you guys. So I am going to announce who those winners are going to be the third week. Some point. I don't know if it's going to be the last meeting or after that meeting during that week, but I am hosting a giveaway for this series. It's an induction giveaway challenge. So I noticed that there were several people that were inducted that used my meetings to receive their inductions. So with that being said, those are the people that I want to get back to. I want to get back to if you attended one meeting, two meetings, or three meetings. I want to get back to you. Now, the prize is going to be okay, so there's the induction kit. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. So we had the graduation induction kit, and one of the induction kits come with three different items. Um, I know one is a stole, one is the ribbons, right? And the other one is a medallion. So at first I thought like I'll select one winner, and just give all of that to. But then I thought about like, no, I got three objects. We have 3 weeks. So each week someone will be given one of those items, you know what I mean? So let me see if I can pull it up though. If I can show you guys what I had in mind. Because that's just kind of like what I had in mind. Because I'm very appreciative, and I think it's so dope that there are people being inducted into the honor society based on me hosting these S&T meetings. So I want to give back something like nothing major. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Nothing too great. um, how do I find it? I don't know if I can find it here now. But I'll share it with you guys. Like I'll make sure like I'll leave a picture. Oh, is this it? Yeah, here it is. Hold on, let me go to the shop. Yeah. So how I plan on doing this, validating that you guys were inducted, you will have to, provide your just a copy of your S&T report. Email it to me at letsworkchrissy@gmail.com, and that's LETSWORKCHRISSY@gmail.com. Just forward it to me if it's one meeting, if it's two meetings, if it's three meetings, just send it to me. Even if it's these meetings that you attend during this series, if you attended it during the last series, I just want to make sure I give back to those who received an induction based on attending the meetings that I've hosted, because once again, I'm very appreciative for how the turnout from the last series went. So definitely want to get back to that. This is not allowing me to, it's not allowing me to open it up. Oh Lord. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to pull that up for you guys later, and I'll leave it in the community tab. But yeah, so week one will be someone who won, we're inducted based on attending at least one meeting. Week two, two meetings. Week three, you attended all three meetings. I might throw a little something extra for that, but you attended all three meetings, and you were inducted based on the meetings that I hosted. So yeah, all you have to do once again is submit a copy of your report where it indicates that you attended my meeting, my live stream meetings, and whether it's one, two, or three, submit all three, submit all two, submit the one, and that's how I will validate that. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce my new SMART goal. So, guys, I've been telling you guys for a while now that I have been working on a coaching tracker. It's a standardized quality control coaching tracker, and I want to finalize this coaching tracking project. Like I want to finalize it. I want to get it done. I wish this was a goal of mine last month, that I can put more effort and intentionality into getting it done. But that's what I plan on doing this month. I really want to get this done and over with. So for this week, I want to have a basic rough draft completed so that I can present it to my deputy team. I have other deputies that I work with within my department where we do super deep dives. We're specialized for quality control and quality assurance. It's a major deal right now within our department. So with that, I seized an opportunity that I found like maybe I can tie the fails that, some of the processors are making to the coaching, so we can track, how many times they are being coached on something, if something is registered, raising red flags, areas of improvement, do we have them where they're strong at, that type of thing. So I wanted to design I wanted to design it to be beneficial for our teams to be able to use across teams, not just in one team within a department, something that all teams will be able to use to help, just basically better coaching, better training. It will be used for cross training, be used to identify red flags, within, people's learning capabilities, see if they need to stay within this team or maybe go to a different team where they might, be better at, what I mean? Because there's some things that I've noticed since being a part of the deputy team, for quality control and quality assurance that made me that made me feel like we need something like this in place. Like there was a lot of the same mistakes, the same errors happening over and over again. And one, I want to document that because me, as someone who coaches, who mentors, who trains, it's a lot. It's taking a lot of my own time. I'm having a lot of non-production time, going over the same stuff over and over again. So that's a red flag. And these are high concerns with the management leaders within my company. So I'm like, okay, well, if we can narrow down this thing to get it to work better for everybody, then that's what I want to do. I wanted to understand a macro better and all of that. So, with that being said, that's my goal. Like, I want it to be very techy. And I'm like, I'm not really good with the tech terminology, but that's what I'm here for. And it just so happened I started a new class this week, new classes this week, new semester. And one of the classes I started is a data analysis class, which is perfect because it just so happens to have a project that I need to come up with within the next 8 weeks. Now, this is something I want to have done before the 8 weeks, but nonetheless, I've spoken with my deputy leader and I told him, like, hey, I started this class. So, the ETA on this project, I want to push it back a little further because there's certain things that I want to learn, just based on the syllabus from my professor that I would like to incorporate to make sure that I have the best copy or final copy, presented the direction that I would like to go in with this tracker. So he agreed and he was just like, well, you know what? Let me see what you have. So we now have our meetings went from daily to every Tuesday and Thursday. So I told him I'll present it Tuesday. So I need to have something, which I pretty much had a lot of it done. There's just things that I have to tweak, and they're not like little minor things, but it's a small, big fix. So I need to tweak it and just try to make it seem like it's something more presentable. Being that we are talking about leading with confidence, I want to say that over the last week, I start to feel a little less confident in this tracker that I'm developing. I start to feel like maybe I'm just doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe it's not going to make sense. Maybe it's not going to be useful. And then I told myself, like, I thought about the conversations that I had with you all in previous meetings, whether in the chat or during the live stream, or in the comments or whatever. And, how like this is something that we are faced with a lot, wanting to speak up, being innovative and presenting something to management that will probably change a process and that your team could benefit from, but you're afraid to speak up. And I feel like my fear set in because, I'm hearing the meetings at first, week after week. I'm like, oh, yeah, my tracker will work perfect for this. Then I start to feel like, dang, this week, then I'm like, dang, I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing this for nothing. But I decided no matter what it is, I'm just going to continue to see it through. The worst I can get is a no, we're not going to need it, but great job, good try. And it'll be something that I can just add that, no matter what, just because one person don't find it useful don't mean the next person wouldn't, you know what I mean? So it'll still be something that I have for my advantage and I can use any place else, you know what I mean? So yeah, so my specific goal this week is to finalize the SQC coaching tracker. My measurable part of this goal is to complete the draft that I want to present to my inline QA and quality control deputies. I also, for the actionable part of this goal, daily progress, I want to make sure my macro development is in line with the macro that my department already has set in place amongst all teams. So that's really the challenge. Like I thought of it too broadly, and because I'm focusing on all teams, but maybe if I should have just started small and just focused on my team and then mimic and copy what I did with my team with the other teams, because I'm always going for the top. Like, girl, you should have just started small, okay? But thank you so much for the likes. We're up at 8. I appreciate it. Hey, Funny Money 2877. What's going on? What's going on? Hi, Brian Carroll. Thank you. You are beautiful. 825 giving away, period. Facts, Don, period. Hi, love. What's going on? Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I want to make sure the dashboard that I created for it is very refined. Like, I just need to finalize that, and I have until now and Tuesday to do it. And honestly, I'm probably not going to touch it until Monday. Tomorrow, because it's like I started the base. I started on my laptop and then I forwarded so that I can link everything that's in a shared drive. Like, I created a shared drive and everything out of it, so it's like really really good if I could get what my original mission was executed. Like, you got these ideas and you want to make sure that other people understand your ideas, and that's the difficult part. Trying to get someone like my director, she's a tough cookie. Okay, she is not easily impressed, and I really want to impress her. I really want to at least show her that I'm trying. I'm utilizing my 4.0 GPA, for the better good. They not signing checks for nothing. And, just trying my best. And I love that, they are giving me that opportunity to grow as a leader. That's why they selected me to be a part of the deputies, because they seen that leadership in me and they wanted me to be inspired and take on more leadership roles. So this is something that is very important to me, because if I execute this is going to look so good, especially in the direction of project management that I'm trying to go into, because this is that. You know what I mean? And I feel like God placed it on my heart to pursue it, because the idea is very random, just like how these meetings were. Like, girl, go live stream. Like, why the freak would I do that? Because God told you to. God led you to do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you said iron sharpens iron. You got this. Period. Thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. I needed it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like, I'm just a girl who's like, I don't know how to speak tech. I know how to understand it, but I don't know how to articulate it. So, I'm saying that this class with my data analysis, God is so on time, because everything that I wanted to do, it just so happened that like my current class connects to that. You know what I mean? So everything, every sequence is all connecting to flowing effortlessly with each other. So I appreciate that. So yeah, the reward in my SMART goal is completing this tracker, and it's strengthening my leadership and my credibility. Okay, it boosting my coaching and consistency, and becoming a tool that I can proudly represent. So I want to present it to my first. I want to present it to my deputies. Then I want to present it to I guess we have this like inline QA weekly meeting every Thursday. I want to present it to Carrie, my manager, my director, not my manager, but she's the head chick in charge. I want to present it to her, and just get, if they like it and say, hey, take this out and add this in it. I prefer to hear that. That means they like it. They feel like it could be useful. So I want to make sure that it's just that will be the reward at the end. They accept it, they see the vision, even if they could tweak it or whatever, that they see the vision that I was trying to present. They know that I'm very new to all of this. And even if they have to help add and build, because I did go over it with my deputy team that I was, working on this, that, and the third. And they was like, okay, like just present it to us. If you feel like you should add something and take away to it, we'll help you do that. So I really, really want that, for us. Because it'll be dope. Like this will be another project that, it wasn't just me, but I got other leaders to help add into it and, give it its best. But I want to present it and I want it to have a good draft. I want it to be a good first draft. And that's where my lack of confidence is. Funny Money said, I'm in support. I already know you're going to kick it out the park. Oh, thank you. There's a call in the, okay. All right. You're welcome. Thank you. Hey, Jeremy Johnson. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Chrissy, my gorgeous friend. Thank you, Funny Money. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hi, Demetrius. Bass 90. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the other like. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so yeah, and lastly, for my time specific, the final version I would like to have completed within the next 3 to 4 weeks. So there's that. That's my SMART goal that I am working on this month, that I will be touching base with you guys. And next week I'll give you guys an update. Did I drop the ball? I can't drop the ball. They like, like I can feel the expectation. So I'm like, God dang it, get it together, girl. Which means overtime might be in effect. Your girl don't be wanting to do no overtime anymore. Like, let me just work my hours and be gone. So I might have to do some overtime. I might stay from home Monday and Tuesday just to make sure, I have the best presentable version that I can present to my deputies. The good thing is it's just us, it's just me, 3 other deputies, and my leader. My managers may join in. My manager personally is already aware, but there are 3 other managers that may join in. So, no pressure, right? No pressure. Oh, look at my plant just comforting me. Thank you. I love when my plants comfort me. But yeah, okay. So yeah, next question. We need an icebreaker. We are just shortly after our half hour marks, about 38 minutes in, 37, okay. And the question is, what's one area in your life where you want to feel more confident in this month? Name one area. I love that, Funny Money. You said claim it. Laugh out loud. You are confident. You are powerful. And you've earned this space. Own it. Oh, I want to cry. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to cry. No, because I seriously want to cry. Thank you. Now I'm going to be a crybaby. I cry for no reason, guys, and I'm very emotional, so I cry for reasons and no reasons, and I'm always cracking up because I'm crying. But thank you so much. I needed that. I needed that boost, that confidence. You know what I mean? Because, like, yes, I am confident. I am powerful. This is a space that God allowed me to be in. So I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm a crybaby. Let me stop. Sometimes I feel like, being somebody that hasn't earned that degree yet, and having to climb so hard and so far to get where I'm at today, to be in the rooms that I'm in, like to have the career that I have with no degree, like, no, that's like all God. Sometimes I feel like imposter syndrome, sometimes like I don't understand the lingo. I don't know how to speak like super corporate or techie. I can speak corporate like in terms of like, like I know how to get what I want in terms of face to face value, but like doing something in this magnitude, creating a project, using the tools that we have within our department to build this project, and taking notes and stuff, and this is like a big deal, like it's a big deal. And you said I apologize. But I'm not sorry. Laugh out loud. You deserve all the encouragement. Why am I such a crybaby? You're very authentic. Oh, thank you. It's a real turn. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to turn you on, but thank you, Lloyd. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm a crybaby. I'm so sorry. But this means a lot to me because it's like, like my career, like you guys don't understand, like my career means so much to me because I am a mother. You know what I mean? Like my children depend on my success. I have the sole right, custody, parental rights of my children. So it's just me. You know what I mean? So and I don't like when people say, "Oh, you celebrate Mother's Day and Father's Day." It's not like that. It's just Mother's Day for me. You know what I mean? So like, if I'm the one that's the sole provider and I'm the one that these children depend on, and now I have a granddaughter. Praise God. Shout outs to my grandbaby, the beautiful, beautiful. Yes, my grandbaby is here. So I have a granddaughter now. I have a legacy. You know what I mean? So like, this is so like, my career, my success matters. It matters. It means so much to me. Like, it means that I established myself before anything else, before love, before wanting to do all this. God created me to be a mother at a young age. He gifted me that. You know what I mean? So, being a young mother doesn't mean you always have it all together in the beginning. I had to learn. So I'm a little late bloomer here. You know what I'm saying? So, anything tied to my career, school is tied to my career, work tied to my career. There's levels of goals that I want to accomplish within my career before I retire by age 45. I'm 38. Okay. It's levels to it. So it means so much that little things like this that I'm trying to do to better my career advancement, to get the assistant vice president title that I so rightfully deserved a year ago. That part, it means a lot to me because my children are watching, and one thing for sure, my children will never see men in and out of my home. They have never seen men in and out of my home. But what they have seen is their mother bring home accomplishments. Their mother bring home rewards and awards. Their mother climb up the corporate ladder. Their mother bring home 4.0s and A's and B's. You know what I'm saying? So they have seen the example that I want to be for them and for myself and for others. You know what I mean? So this matters. That's why I'm crying. That's why, I'm full of emotion. Is there another energy? I'm emotional today, apparently. Okay. Is it? Yeah, yeah, I am a little bit emotional today. Okay, so with the rough draft reveal, for my coaching tracker, I just, the purpose once again, I just wanted something that could be beneficial as a second step to quality control. Since my director is like, she's very fixated on the quality control. And I've already seen the improvement, since doing this for a month and a half now, being a part of the deputy team. I've seen the improvement that the efforts that me and the other deputies and our leader had, or in leaders have put in, and working together with our managers and, with other processors to get things done in a timely manner. So I've seen areas where I felt like, this will be an additional step, but in addressing the coaching side of it. But once again, I feel that, this is something that could be longevity, just because, and I would say, like, within our department, the training and the coaching efforts, like, I see them like picking up on the training, making sure that we get refreshers, but some things were lacking, some things don't always stick. And then there's some times where you're constantly repeating yourself with people and they act like they didn't get the coaching and training on it. And it's like, girl, I done trained you on this literally like 10, 15 times. Literally. I got the proof. So what I want to do is take all that time, whether it was you laughing at me, but like, seriously, like, that's really how I be thinking. Like, you ain't get this. Like, what? I done told you this about me. I done had 2-hour conversations with you. So it's like, okay, like, how can we get this to a point where, like, we mean business? You know what I mean? Like, we mean business. You're gonna have to take the information we give you and apply it. So with that being said, it will pick up whether it's an error on our hand. Maybe we need to, be better at the way we present, training materials. Or is it a situation where this is just not the role for you? But we got other teams where maybe you may feel better at and thrive better at, that maybe be less analytical and more, I don't know, more data entry. You know what I mean? So, this is what that tracker will help identify. It will help, I guess, with the level of red flags, because I'm telling you, That's what made me think of it, because I'm like, this is too many red flags. And this is just another step. This is just addressing the coaching side connected to the fails that we see in quality control. Had a classmate literally lost all the information I taught him every time a big project came up. Laugh out loud, hated it. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, wait. First of all, we don't. Me personally, I'm training them, and I'm not teaching them to remember this stuff by heart. Remember where you put your notes. Okay, let's start there. Let's start with good note taking. I even share my notes, like the notes that I have that I give to my trainees. I have been developing from day one, from my first day on the job. First day. Because in my mind, I have my mid-year and end-year reviews to prove it. In my mind, one day I'm going to train, and this is the material that I want them to have. So I had created a OneNote that is training material that even oldies in my department, I done sent them certain inserts or excerpts out of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I literally created something from day one to train, people, and have the notes there so they can get all the stuff that even I didn't get while training that I felt was beneficial. All I teach them is to pull up your notes, pull up the training manual. That's all you got. The information is there. Yeah, how much more do you said absolutely. Oh my God, I have notebooks for days on random things, literally, like literally random things at that, professionally and personally. Okay. But yes, like I just want them to, buckle down, like on how they choose to handle information. Because sometimes it's not you, it's not the trainer, it's how the person is receiving it. If I say, like, sometimes I tell them, like, look, you know what helped me? Get a post-it note, like a bright color post note, pink, purple, green, whatever, and write that information down on that sticky note and stick it on your mother freaking monitor so that you see that effort every single day. You see that thing every single day, eventually it's going to start kicking in. It's going to start registering, and then you take it down, because that's what I used to do, and it helped. Okay, but it's just like little stuff like that. Just knowing how to store and organize information. I done had coaching sessions where I taught them how to store information that we give them. If you ask somebody a question, say you ping Skype somebody, team somebody, hey, this, that, and the third, there's a scenario that pops up that you're not familiar with, or one that you only came across one time and you need some feedback on. Save that and copy and paste that whole entire conversation. Save it to your OneNote. Give it a headline. For instance, question on cost basis. So now you go to your OneNote, you type in, you come across it 3 months later. It's not something you typically come across. You come across it 3 months later. I remember I asked this question. Instead of reaching out to the person, let me go to my OneNote. Let me type in cost basis. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's how I handle it. Don't even need to ask anybody because you already had that information. So, like, that's the stuff that I was teaching them to kind of, you know what I mean, do better at the storage. You know what I mean? You should always be able to pull up your notes, the information, the materials, the tools that you have to get what you need when you're working. And that be my disconnect, because I'm just like, we here, there. Very true. Yes. Period. I'm telling you, like, that's all it takes. I don't want you to remember anything but how to find your information. That's it. We got all the tools you need. You just need to find that information. You know what I mean? So yeah. Next question. For my SQC tracker, for those of you who've been tuning in and got a little bit of an idea of what I'm trying to do, presentation could be so much better. We're going to work on that. Okay. Because eventually I'm going to have to present it to my entire department. Okay. So that, when we're claiming it, when things go as expected. Okay. If you are using this coaching tracker as a tool, what's one feature you want it to have? So for those of you who have done quality control, quality assurance, training, tutoring, and you need a coaching tracker, what would you like to see in your coaching tracker? And thank you for the likes. We are up to 14 likes, period. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, Can anybody answer that in the chat? What is something that you would add or want to see in a coaching tracker? Something that you can track how many times you coach somebody, but it's a standardized coaching tracker. So it's designed to catch flaws and red flags with coaching. So maybe this person was coached on this same topic 4 times. I think by the third time it should be a red flag. You know, how I'm going to set up the red flags is going to be tied to our metrics. So, like anything below, I think a 97. Yeah, 97. A 97, you in the yellow red zone. So it has to be a 97 and up. So for me, I want the coaching to align with that. Like, so I feel like you got two tries here. I'm only going to teach you this 2 additional times. And if this is a repeated thing, then it's a red flag. And then now's the time for a conversation. Now an automatic email needs to go out to the manager to address this red flag. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there you go. Laugh out loud. And I know that people in the past have tuned in that have done quality control, quality assurance, and I know you guys can give me some good tips. Maybe some way to track certain lessons or notes. Okay, that is definitely something I can incorporate into that. Thank you. To track certain lessons. Okay. I think that's actually perfect because the topic is what I'm like I broke it down in like subcategories to where like one day Carrie, my boss, she was like in one of our meetings, our quality control meetings, she asked a question which was crazy because that was something that I had just added to my coaching tracker like a day or two prior. She asked the question, what is the nature of this fail? Right? So the nature of this fail will tell you, like, okay, this is something that repeatedly comes up. So they just addressed one of the nature of the fails that we had, which was maybe not calculating. I'm not going to be too specific, but um, a lot of people messed up on a certain calculation that is required for certain updates. So they just how they addressed it, how they were able to address it was they had like a whole department training on this particular calculation, not just for one team, but across teams. So everybody was presented with all that information at once. You know what I mean? And that's how they addressed it. So with that being said, that would be a lesson that they would be able to add into that. So we were already trained on this. So when this comes up again, okay, having access to previous lessons, notes on hand. Okay, so that's the thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like we have all of this in our shared drive. It's all this material is already available. But what I can say is personally for me, even with the mass like training session, because they tackled everything all at once, I missed the second day because I was off, but the first day I caught none of that applied to anything that I do in my line of work. That was addressing another team's work. So that information, I wasn't able to connect it. And I'm somebody that needs to be able to connect the dots. So I feel like maybe a little bit of enhancement on the training, maybe. But we have all the information there and they do expect us now that they went over this information that we won't need any help, which I think is crazy. But the fact that we have the notes, it's like, okay, we have the information, but I'm gonna be honest, because you guys presented it that way, which is something that I don't even deal with on my day to day. I wasn't able to connect the dots. It made no sense to me. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like I see y'all doing what y'all doing, but I don't even have access to that. Like I don't even look at those type of requests, so it doesn't make sense to me. But we do have the material on the PowerPoint. I can flip do it, but is it going to make sense? I have to be able to connect the dots, and that's how I like to think of when I'm coaching and training. I like for things people to see things visually, to connect the dots to what I'm talking about. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to send you snippets, I'm going to send you examples in real time. I'm going to allow you to share your screen, and I'm going to watch you do it and chime in, not really direct, but chime in, you know what I mean? Because I want to see what you know, you know what I mean? So I think there's area for improvement, and I feel like with this tracker, it may be able to catch things like that. You know what I mean? Okay. What's something you've accomplished that proves you're more than capable than you give yourself credit for? So for me, some already accomplished that proves that I'm capable, I'm more than capable than I give myself credit for, being a part of this honor society. Like, god dang. God dang. Like, top 8% of students are selected to be invited to be a part of this honor society. NSLS, National Society of Leadership and Success. Can I, like, what? That let me know right there. If I ain't know before, like, yeah, I should give myself more credit than I do. Okay? Because I am hard on myself, but I definitely do support myself more than I am hard on myself. But I do realize that it's still something that I am hard on myself, because even the other day, this past week, I was talking to my bestie, Vanita, and I was telling her, because I'm new to this leadership thing, and she cut me off. She cut me off. She checked me real quick. She was like, Chrissy, don't say that. She's like, don't say that. No, you're not. You've been a leader. And I was just like, oh yeah, you're right. My bad. She was like, no, stop that. You've been a leader. That's why you deserve your AVP title. Oh, your name is Benita too? It only makes sense. Period. Benita, I love Benita. She's in Bangkok right now. Her husband took her to mother freaking Bangkok for Mother's Day. Surprised her with a vacation. She ain't know where she was going. None of that. I said, period, hubby. Okay. But yes, I love my Benita. Love her. She's my mature bestie. Funny Money said, I sat on a budget meeting for a hospital and even had great advice. I knew then I was ready for corporate America. Boom. I love that. See, you pretty bold. You pretty bold. I love your confidence. I love that. Because you didn't allow, like, the fact that you weren't already there to hinder you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I get the confidence booster from you, Funny Money, because you live by it. Uh I'm not supporting you, so don't ask. Thank you for joining in, because that's all the support I need. Thank you. Dan H. Nice. It only makes it right. But yes, like I love that, because those are the type of things, like, even just me being a part of the deputy team, like, they made it clear, like I said in the previous meeting, we chose you because you're a high performer, top performer, and because of your attention to detail, and because you speak up. And I'm like, God dang. And I always beat myself up, because if you in my world, they act like they can't handle some directness. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very direct. And it comes off as aggressive sometimes. I was just having a conversation earlier with my friend. Shout out to Sean. But yeah, I was just having this conversation earlier with Sean, and I was just like, like, I feel like me, I'm somebody, I prefer people to be direct with me. Like, it don't mean I'm agree with you, but I prefer to be direct. You know what I'm saying? And I prefer people to be direct with me, on some real life ish. I don't get offended by being direct. I don't. It's very hard to offend me in general, but I'm not going to be offended because someone sees that opportunity, during conversation, and they're like, "Hey, you can work on this better. You can do this, or I wouldn't do that, or something I noticed in you." Da da da. If we having that conversation and it's time, there's an opportunity for that conversation to be had. I encourage it. I welcome it. What I don't like is unsolicited, like this, not Nimer, yeah, you stop ragging. Be direct without being masculine. I don't know how to be direct without being masculine. I mean, if that's what you call it, then I don't know how to do it. But if you think that I'm gonna stop bragging in the name of Jesus Christ, you got me effed up. I'm gonna brag all day, because if I'm going to boast, I'm going to boast in the Lord. Hallelujah. Okay. And we are coming to a close, guys. It's 7:30. So let me push out some more questions. We almost done. Um mm, when you think of a confident leader, what's one trait they show you that stands out to you? For me, funny money, like I said, how I knew you were confident, what stood out to me is one, your encouragement, the feedback you gave me that made me cry in front of the world. That was like, that leadership in itself gave me the encouragement and the boost that I needed to tell myself, like, you know what, you got this, Chrissy. You are powerful. You are strong. You got this. They chose you. You are in that room for a reason. So I knew based on that you a leader with confidence leads with confidence and are able to build that confidence within other leaders. So I feel like I got that from you. But then you hit me with the you knew you were you knew you were confident. When it came to that budget meeting and you had some great advice that you gave, and that's when you knew you was ready for, like, it was just a assurance that you knew. Nobody else had to build that within you. That's something you created within yourself. So that's something that I see, that will stand out to me when it comes to another confident leader. They're not afraid to be bold and speak up and take risks. We talk about that a lot, within the last series, because that's something that I learned from one of those speaker broadcasts. I'm not sure what speaker it was. Jim Carrey, Obama, I don't know, was it Oprah? Not sure which one it was, but one of them had said that a great leader take risks, and that kind of encouraged me to take this risk to get the golden ticket, because I haven't mentioned in this meeting yet, but if for whatever reason I am able, no, why I keep talking like the blood of Jesus? When I present this and they love it, okay, I get a golden ticket. Carrie is looking for a golden ticket. She wants to give out golden medals. That golden medal comes with some money, okay? Every award we get at work comes with some money, okay? So yeah, I would love to see what a gold medal check look like. Okay. So yeah, I want the gold medal. Hello, why not? She posed a challenge for people, and I'm like, I'm smart enough to do it now. I don't know how, but I know I got enough brains to maneuver to, put it together. So, and then now I also have the backing from my deputies. I also have the encouragement from you guys that came in and that will come in giving me advice on what you feel like a good coaching tracker needs. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let me see what we got up in here. Funny money laughing. Make up your mind. You want direct or not? Um, I already told you what I want. Rigid vibrations. First of all, hold on. Let me change the dynamic real quick. I don't know who any of you mother effers think y'all talking to, but this ain't that. Okay? Don't come here thinking y'all gonna talk crazy under here. Y'all, I let y'all slide, but this definitely ain't that. This is not the channel. I'm not the one. Do not come up on here thinking you gonna talk slick and crazy. Cause it will never give that, okay? Okay. What was the feedback? What was the feedback for what? Damian Watley? Are you married? Yes, to Jesus Christ. Um, what do you think is the biggest hurdle with female leadership? Honestly, honestly, I don't, as a female in leadership, I don't think that there's any hurdles. My leader, my director, she's a woman and she's about yay high. And when I tell you, when she walks into the room, her power is felt. And I always admired that about her because she's a mother as well. And her journey, when she shares her journey, like she has some gaps. You know what I mean? So to see where she's at today and to see how she operates in her business mind aspect, like I had gave an ejection in our last meeting. and she ejected against my ejection. Did I feel some type of way about that? Heck no. I loved it. I loved that because for me, it's just like I like to see how she thinks and how, like, I like to understand her thought process. You know what I mean? As a leader, because she makes a lot of decisions, and she already told me in our one-on-one career discussions. Say hi to the plant, Monty. But she already told me in my one-on-one that, things changes that happens within our department. She knows about like at least 7, 8, 9 months ahead of time. You know what I mean? So she has her hands very closely. She's not like a regular normal director. We're able to reach out to her. We're able to be one-on-one with her. You know what I mean? So seeing how powerful she is and how everybody, get when she walks up in the room. I don't think women are lacking too much in my environment. I'm not going to say that that's not the case. Maybe times has changed a lot than what it used to be, but in my environment, there's a lot of leaders. There's a lot of leaders that are women leading, and I see a lot of them, and I'm like, that type of thing gives me a rush because I'm attracted to success, and I love witnessing other women be successful and boss, like, you know what I mean, like that to me, like it's inspirational for me because that's the direction I'm going to head in, that I'm heading in. You know what I mean? I see that in you, even if you don't just yet, you have it. I know I am confident, but in this particular situation, I'm a little shaking in my boots. But thank you so much. I appreciate you for seeing the confidence within me as a leader. I am very, very confident, typically on a day to day. Like every day I wake up confident. But that's because I'm used to doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I have enough confidence to take risks, but like I said, I had a moment where I lacked that confidence, and I'm just like, dang, I don't even know if it's going to be worth it at this point, but I'm going to do my best. And like, I'm not afraid of a no. I'm not afraid to be rejected. And that's something else I wanted to touch on because once upon a time, I used to couldn't stand rejection, but now I love it because I learned so much from it. Like, wow, my have times change. Okay. Confidence, it only makes sense. AKA Vanita says confidence is being able to stand against opposition. Ooh, like you just said, period. I like how you worded it. Period. Vanita. No, confidence is simply believing in yourself. I love that. I love that note. Confidence is simply believing in yourself. I love that. It's just as simple as 1, 2, 3. If you believe in yourself, you got confidence. Love it. Get them together, okay? Because who they think this was never given that. That was direct. You just threw a fit. Get the F out of here. Your mom get the F out of here. How about that one? Tell your mama to get the F out of here. I'm good for your mamas. On Mother's Day, tell her to get the F up out of here. Because this is the thing people don't understand. I have 4 kids, so I'm somebody's mother. So when somebody talk crazy to me, I'm allowed to talk crazy back. Because you don't talk crazy to my kid's mom, which is me. So I'm going to talk crazy back to you. To your mom. Now. At Rigid, you see how women contradict themselves? Damien, I don't, like, that's not direct. You know what being direct is? Someone who takes a mature approach addressing something. I see people throwing out automatic naysayers. Okay, that's not being direct. That's somebody trying to troll and don't like with the conversation that they're getting back. You know what I mean? Do you see how that go? Damian Watley, Rigid, she gets a lot of trolls. Allow some grace, and as she allows some grace to you on your questions. Thank you, Funny Money. Thank you. And those people are trolling. Like, that's not being direct. I didn't see a direct question yet. It's normal. I'm confused because they think they're being logical. Oh, okay, you got it. Okay, yeah, clean that ish on up because this ain't that. Understandable. It's lessons in rejections. Absolutely. Like literally, I used to hate it. Like, I was getting rejected at a young age, so I didn't like the feeling of it. But now I'm just like, thank you. I take rejection so much better now. Never in this lifetime that I am going to let a female lead me in anything. That's my personal belief, and that's your personal problem, probably your biggest one yet. Because A real queen holds up a man's crown. And if a man can't allow a woman to hold up his crown, his wife, no wonder. It's a no wonder. I like you. Facts at 1324. Oh, four from a previous marriage and one man. One man. Oh, y'all want to go down the line? No, I had four from my ex fiance and my one from my high school sweetheart. God dang it, this my hair. Stay back there. Yeah, but yeah, my ex fiance. Actually, both my baby dads was my ex fiancés, but high school sweetheart. That's my oldest, and three for my last. I get you, but we don't tell them that. I don't understand y'all conversations. What's the conversation stuff? And thank you for the likes. We're at 18. Okay. So I want you guys to think about being confident this week. This is we're going to take actionable steps to be confident. Me, I have to present my first draft. My first draft of my quote unquote, it's not really a final, but it's going to be a presentable copy of what I have. I'm just going to present what I have and pick their brains and see how they going to take it and take it from there. Marriage is a pledge to God, and I can't wait to plead to God in marriage if He, allows me that ministry. But right now, I'm married to my success. I'm married to my children. I'm married to my school. Like I'm married to accomplishing my goals. That's what matters to me more than anything. Okay. Um, Making sure I'm good, and so that when I do get married, he hit the jackpot. I ain't no, what I mean, like I get paid well. I got a lot of benefits. I work for a great corporation. I definitely got a lot I can bring to the table. A lot a good man can qualify for. Okay. So I look forward to that, sharing those blessings with the right man. But if that never happens, trust and believe my family, I'm going to be pouring all over them. Okay. So yeah, remember to be confident this week. Do something that will trigger confidence. You know what I mean? Step outside of your norm, take some risks, okay? And, be bold. Even when you're uncomfortable, even when you're feeling a little lack of confidence, believe in yourself, just like not not G Nimer. I don't know. But just like he said, it's just simply believing in yourself. So you got to have enough courage, enough confidence within yourself to go ahead and take that leap of faith and, do what you need to do to just, be seen, be heard, to climb up that corporate ladder, to get those accomplishments, to get those new titles, to get that new promotion. You know what I mean? To get that house, that business, whatever it is, do what you need to do. Take those risks. Do something bold this week, okay? Oh, you said your name backward. Oh, Remington spelled backwards. Oh, that's cool. That's so crazy. I love it. You mean you both hit the jackpot? Divorce is agreeing to hell. I don't agree with that. What does hell got to do with divorce? What the freak? Can we not spread misinformation? That's heresy, and it's a sin. But okay. All right, guys. I'm about to let you guys go. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Even the trolls. I'm even glad that you guys still decided to hang after we had a powwow. I still appreciate you guys for being here, being responsive in the chat, still putting up with me, even though you decided that you didn't like me, period. I appreciate that. You guys, the thing about me, I don't hold grudges. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I don't take things personal, but what you're not going to do is tell me what to do on my mother freaking YouTube. Okay. Chrissy's Unpopular Opinion is a safe space for me to be myself. So if you guys threaten that, I will bite your head off. That's as simple as that. Okay. And I'm mad I didn't turn this on. Hold on. The light. Where is the light? Didn't turn the light on not one time. Is it on? 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 is on. It don't matter. It don't even matter. I appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you guys again next week. Now I'm gonna do a testing. I'm gonna sign out of this, and I'm gonna go back live because I want to test the going live together feature. I really wanted to have these 3 meetings where people can join the live, but I never sent out the test. I tried it, but I didn't realize it's a link. So I have to get the link. I'm still trying to play around with it. So I'm going to log off and use the next 15 minutes to try and see how we can join each other live. So if you guys hang around, can you join the live and click the link to see if you can go live with me, see if it works? Because I would love to have these meetings, more open for other leaders to join and, talk and, share their expertise and their knowledge and, something that I can learn and gain from. I don't want to just sit here and talk you guys' ears off all day. There's plenty of time and plenty of videos and plenty of lives to do that here on this channel, but these meetings, I want it to be as interactive as possible. Once again, there's an induction challenge. Those of you who've been inducted from one of my videos, 2 of my videos, 3 of my videos, let me know. Send a copy of the reports to my email, letsworkchrissy@gmail.com. I'll take a look and add your name to the list. And winners will be selected week 3. Week 3. Okay? So thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to participate, answer all the questions. Show some feedback, leave some love, like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys and see you later. Peace and love and harmony, and be blessed. Yes. Bye.